Hello, everyone. Today we have a new episode of the 5 questions to the Web3 PD. And today we're talking to the Vlad Nazar. Vlad, please tell us about yourself.
Hello, beautiful salespeople. Yeah, my name is Vlad. I'm leading BD here in ChainGPT, and so far I've been in sales for almost 10 years, actually, mostly B2B markets and Web3. And in Web3, I joined in 2017, and since 2017, I'm pushing this industry forward, working for different companies, supporting different projects, founders, and that's briefly about me. And I do like BD go-to-market, BD full cycle, and sales if you want to separate sales from BD.
Yeah, well, we know Vlad for a couple of years. We know each other. And if you guys want to check out his channel, his socials, or the current company with ChainGPT, it's all the links are going to be down below in the description. Now we're going to start talking about the experience that Vlad have seen in this industry. And the first question that I wanted to ask you is, why are you in sales and you're in Web3? What made you pivot? What made you change from the traditional industry? What did you feel in 2017 to go here?
Okay. I have experience in Web2 sales, both B2C and B2B, so I can compare actually. Well, first of all, why I love sales. I love talking to people. I love learning new stuff. And what I'm passionate about in Web3 specifically, and it is going to answer my question as well. So I love about this Web3 space that people that I met over calls, they're not like regular representatives of different companies. They're most likely founders, startup founders that are building projects of future. And and for me, each contact I met and each call I make is actually a call with small Elon Musk, small Mark Zuckerberg, small builder, and of course, and I love their energy. I love their dedication into the future, in the technology of future, and and I can just I feel it. So that's why I'm here. I love the space and I love working with people.
What about differences? What about the differences in approaches? Maybe difference in sales strategies, differences in tools, differences in the way that people sell in Web2 and the way that people sell in Web3? Because there is also startups, I don't know, in AI, in others. What do you think is the main difference between how we sell?
That's true. Well, it's about the specific Web2 industry, but in general, if we just break it down, as for me, selling in Web2 is much more easier. Just because you can use, I don't know, one tool, Apollo, send emails and LinkedIn's, maybe sometimes you can use WhatsApp, and that's pretty much it. You can use Sales Navigator and you can find leads easy. For example, you can just click like logistics and transfer services. You are going to find all of the companies. Okay, template, send, and that's it. In Web3, it doesn't work this way. Of course, we have, for example, even in Sales Navigator, we have those blockchain services, but most likely majority of companies put like financials, put like, I don't know, software development and yada, yada, yada. And for you, you need to break it down, you need to find their LinkedIn's. A lot of companies don't have a LinkedIn as well, so you need to find their contacts somewhere. There are no like a joint lead base exists. I know that Enrich has such.
You're making me. I can come in here.
So far, and in terms of the approach, you need to research. You need to find contacts. You need to find mutual contacts. You need to reach out not only via email and LinkedIn. It's also about Discord. It's also about Telegram. It's also about Telegram DMs and Telegram communities. It's also about Twitter DMs. And there are a lot of sources how you are trying to get in touch with your prospect. And so you need to understand. You need to feel it, And it's harder for me in terms of approach. It takes more time and dedication, but at the same time, it's all about energy. You can DM a founder in Telegram and he's gonna reply. You can connect with everyone just because they're a client of the partner you have collaborated with yesterday, and they just made a collaboration, and you can ask for an introduction. And people are building. This space is super small, and everyone knows well, everybody knows everybody, so most likely you can get like those warm interests, and majority of decision makers, founders are pretty young. It's like between
Mhm.
25 and 35 years old, so they know
Yeah,
how to chat. They can drop like DMs, they can hop on a call, and it's super easy. So, and there's more energy compared to Web2 sales.
I agree. It's on the one hand, it's super hard, and on the other hand, it's super easy.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy because it's so hard. It's so hard that it's a very high barrier for entry for people that don't want to like pay attention, or they don't want to, they don't resonate. They have a different energy. And then for the people that do have this energy, then it's easy because
Yeah.
people just reply. People, you get things done.
If you don't have expertise, well, most likely you're not going to be successful here. But
Yeah.
if you have expertise, if you know what you're doing, you're going to be successful, and it's going to be even easier for you.
You know, it's true. Most of the Web2 tools, they don't really work in Web3. If somebody is interested in that topic, how do we make the Web3 tools working? You can check out the Enrich website, or I'm going to leave a link to the webinar, which we recorded this week. The webinar was about how do you message people, Web3 people appropriately? How do you make sure that you don't burn the bridges, that you research, that you get all the information? For people that want to know how to get these things done easier, there's going to be 1 hour of free content. You can just get it. And my next question is going to be around a different set of tooling. So once AI came in, I started actively using it in my own workflow to make myself more efficient, to summarize this info, to write this email, to think about like draft me ideas for outreach, like help me write a copy or whatever. I'm curious, how are you using ChatGPT or any other AI tools in your process to get more stuff done?
Okay, yep, I do use, well, the most performant models on the market. If it's OpenAI, it's OpenAI. If it's, let's say, Claude or Llama, it's Claude or Llama. Market research, so I can analyze gigabytes of data, books, articles with like one click. Hey, give me a TLDR, give me bullet points. Hey, that's the problem I'm trying to solve. Let's brainstorm it together. Okay, can you analyze like based approaches from enterprise businesses? Can you check what people are saying about it? So it helps to brainstorm and to gather ideas, structure my ideas, follow-ups. Yes, I want follow-ups. Why not? Hey, that's what I want to say. How can I say it simpler, easier, shorter? What am I missing? Okay, I just had a call with this guy. Here's the transcript. What are the bullet points? What are the next steps? Let me know. Okay, that's what we have discussed. Bullet points. Okay, let's go. So it just makes your life easier and faster. On top of that, at ChainGPT, for example, we're using also end-to-end automations, and there's super complex ones for compliance, for primary reviews, and so on and so forth. And we have a lot of them. So most likely, AI is not a replacement, but it makes your life much more easier, and you can just move faster compared to people or companies that are not using AI at all, and they're like super Web3 focused, like old approach, Excel sheets. Let's go.
It's exactly like you don't want to spend too much time on things that AI can do just faster and better than you, because that's your competitive advantage. If you spend on a task 5 minutes talking to AI and then tailoring its response, and somebody spends 30 minutes, you are 25 minutes ahead. And then if you do this every day, 25 minutes compound every year is going to be thousands of hours saved for one guy or even for the whole team. You also mentioned this, that you don't think that AI is going to replace salespeople. Do you see the world where, let's say, in 2, 3, 5 years from now, the basic functions like SDRs or salespeople like that they're going to be completely useless because we're going to have like an AI sales agent that would be able to find the prospect, message them, personalize it, and then get the call booked? Or do you think that will happen? Or do you think that salespeople will be replaced completely? So if that sales agent can book a call and he can do the call and he can close the prospect, and or do you think that's not going to happen?
Sure. Have you ever heard about the concept of a dead internet?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Most of the information.
Bots.
Yeah. Bots writing to bots. Bots building narratives and so on and so forth. So to be honest, people are in this world, after the COVID, after AI stuff, after remote work, are feeling so lonely and they need someone they want to chat
Yeah.
with. And I think that we cannot just progress that fast because it takes time.
Yeah.
Technical progress, yes, but our personal one, not really. We would require still people to handle call, to share his energy, to say that, hey, everything will be fine, it's the proper decision, it's a good tool, and so on and so forth. And when even me personally, I'm chatting to AI assistants on, I don't know, different marketplaces. Hey guys,
Mhm.
let me talk to the real person. You are not answering my
You want
question.
to kill it. You want to kill
Uh,
that thing because if you
that's
have
true.
a one specific certain thing and you can't do it,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Yeah.
In terms of the SDR approach, where we see AI agents in Web3 doing outreach, doing lead generation, it works. At the same time, the quality of those reach outs are like junior ones, maybe like mid level, and a human would do it better. And still, it requires a human control.
Yeah.
So not sure how the with ChatGPT 6, ChatGPT 7, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
The progress goes, and also we're waiting for quantum computers. They should go live when, like in 2030, in a 5 years
Mhm.
from now. So we will see. But so far, I have a feeling that AI agents would make our life easier and faster. But so far, we're not gonna be replaced just because. Okay, AI gonna replace someone, but at the same time, new job opportunities exist. AI
Yeah.
engineer, prompt engineer, whatever.
It's adapt or change the job
Adapt.
type
That's
of
true.
question. Exactly. Okay. What changed for you the most in your life, maybe in your career, maybe in anything that the way that you see that you're spending your time once you started using AI more actively? Do you feel that it was like a move toward was it a positive change? Was it a negative change? And if it was a positive change, like by how much? Like by how much your life has changed?
It was a positive one. Of course, first of all, time to execution if we are talking about our work or
Yeah.
our about our day-to-day tasks. Learning, of course, learning is much more faster because I don't know, upload 10 books related to sales or BD into
Mhm.
ChatGPT, like marketing related articles, and give me like a TLDR, give me next steps, or how help me brainstorm my idea. Also, of course, well, I've been mentioning like that people are lonely right now, and it's our friend. You can discuss. It's your
Yeah.
husband. It's your girlfriend. It's your friend. It's your, I don't know. And you can ask different questions um, to AI. You can get different responses. You can ask him to analyze what other people are saying about it. So it like it makes my life a little bit different. So
Mhm.
mm, simpler, faster, easier, and of course it saves my brain resources, my brain energy, because I can just
Yeah.
dedicate part of my day-to-day tasks to AI and get the execution. But at the same time, still, AI still needs someone to be on top of that to
Mhm.
understand, if this response is accurate, not accurate. Still requires your expertise, still requires your involvement. So AI is just an instrument, not a
Mhm.
replacement, not a like
Yeah.
end-to-end solution. It's one of the instruments, like internet, like browser, like messengers. It's just one of them. That's
I
the idea.
think the key thing for folks to understand AI is around language. Right now, it's very good at language things. So
Hmm.
my favorite use case is what you mentioned. I take, let's say, there is a special sales guy that I love, and I do this.
Hmm.
Like there's one guy that I follow, and I think every piece of his content, whatever it is, a tweet, a book, a course, a podcast, whatever is great.
Hmm.
I take all of his information that he ever put online, and then I have ChatGPT. I have a custom model built, and then I just feed it with all the
Yep.
information that this guy have, and then I give it a prompt. I even my ChatGPT writes prompts for my other ChatGPTs, and I tell ChatGPT, hey,
Hmm.
write me a prompt that should do
The
X,
same.
Y, Z, and then it writes the prompt. I put it in the system, and then I have kind of like a copy of okay, it's very limited, but like it's a fragment of the brain and the knowledge that the person that the sales coach, the sales guy that I follow has. So when I have a problem or have a question or whatever, I can just go and say, hey, how do I do this, this, and this? And if he ever mentions something like that, the AI will find me a reference in a second. It's going to say, oh, here in this podcast, like 5 years ago, he mentioned about XYZ, and this is what I do. This is how I ask, I have this model. I ask, okay, this is the situation that I have. Can you give me an advice? Should I tell them to go kick rocks, or should we talk about the discount or whatever? And those kind of questions makes life so much easier. And again, you don't feel lonely, because probably the access to the people that you want to chat with, like that guy, is going to be a little bit limited. You can't really go and then ask him about basic questions, and yeah, kind of mitigate that.
Yep. Still, I really like this feature with projects, when you can just have a joint project in ChatGPT, upload in your internal knowledge base, and all of the chats inside of projects has a joint memory. And
yes,
as for me, it's like a fine-tuned model, and I can have like this fine-tuned model related to marketing, B2B, B2C, related to sales, partnerships, whatever. So, and I can upload a specific books, articles that I trust and that I rely on, and ask just, hey, follow.
And it's not going to give you like random things that it read, because most of the information in ChatGPT is generalized, so it's not really good. It's not really appropriate. And it's nice when you can educate it on specific resources and limit it to the specific information that you want it to have, because again, it's the easiest and it saves us time.
That's true.
Cool. Guys, I hope that you got a lot of technical and practical and informational tips from the interview with Vlad. Thank you so much, Vlad, for staying and jumping on the call and explaining and answering the questions. We would love to host a different session, maybe in a year, when we have more AI. All these topics, they change and they advance. Our sales career advance. We increase in our knowledge. Our energy changes. So it would be great to catch up and see how things change in the perspective, because right now we're going to be doing more interviews. Okay.
Thanks for your time and energy, guys. Thanks for watching. Shaking your hands digitally, and have a good one.
See you. All right. Thank you. Okay.